Hello, this is Gabe Brown with Understanding Ag. I'm here on our ranch near Bismarck, North Dakota. It's a beautiful November day, and what I'm actually doing here is I'm feeding my cattle for the winter. So I just spent the last several hours setting out these bales, which we may or may not use for bale grazing during the winter. Now, obviously our first choice is to graze the animals and not feed any hay at all. We're getting closer. We've been able to get down to as few as 18 days of feeding hay here in North Dakota, but you need to be prepared to do so with the amount of snow and the cold temperatures we get. So one of the things we're seeing happening right now, of course, is the extremely high input costs with diesel fuel knocking on $5 per gallon. Look at this. It only took me a few hours and less than 8 gallons of diesel fuel, and I fed our cow herd for the winter. What I'll do now is I'll come along and later today and I'll push in the temporary posts between these breaks I have in the bales. So I put about a week's worth of hay in each break. So all we have to do is come and string the polywire during the winter and then move the cattle to a fresh break. So when it's 30 degrees below zero and the wind's howling, our cattle will be well fed and I can be sitting in the house. It absolutely amazes me how many people waste fuel, time, energy during the winter, starting tractors every day and feeding their livestock. This is a thing I learned from my Canadian friends several decades ago, is how to use bale grazing. The side benefit of this is, of course, or as Alan Williams would say, the compounding positive effects is that the manure's out on the landscape. We're putting all that biology, all the carbon from any uneaten hay goes onto the landscape out in these paddocks, and they'll be much more productive. If you want to save some money, increase your profitability, if you absolutely have to feed hay, I'd encourage you to take a look at bale grazing. It's Gabe Brown with Understanding Ag.